Hello, is another missive from Vegas. I was just, before the rain interrupted the cable connection, I was watching a show, a documentary on child brides. And yes, it was just as sad as you expected. I don't know why we hold the victim responsible for predatory behavior. You know, even with the Weinstein thing, I don't know what his Harvey Weinstein, forgot what his first name was. You know, on the View, they I don't know what Hasselbeck said exactly, but she was saying something like we have to train our girls to know when to be aware and warn each other. Why do I have to warn people about the predatory behavior? Because predators are predators. They just get smarter. If everybody knows not to go to their room, then they just grab people from the hall, which literally happened. There was a story of a fighter pilot that came from another country, went to Nellis Air Force Base to train, stayed in one of the local casinos, grabbed a young boy, a young teenage boy from the hallway, grabbed him, drug him to his room, and raped him. He didn't seduce him. He didn't say, well, look, I got some video games in here you want to see. He just grabbed him and raped him. And Harvey Weinstein, by the way, told some of the actresses that he had some fashion things that he wanted. His wife wanted to show the actresses, so the girls didn't think they'd be alone with him. They thought his wife would be there, but they get to his room and they find his wife wasn't there. So the predator, they already know what they're going to say. They think about it 10 different ways from Sunday, how to get people up there, or they just use brute force. So why am I the one responsible? And that sort of gets back to what happened to these girls. There's one girl, she was 10 years old, and her mother was calling her a liar and saying that she was fast. And that's why it happened, because she somehow seduced this 30-year-old man who was a deacon in a church. And it's just so absurd that in this regard, in regard to, um, sexual abuse, we hold children responsible for the actions of adults. Luckily I've never been in that position, but I just don't know how I would take it. You know, as crazy as I already am, how I would take it if that was something I had to deal with. But I feel for those people out there, who've done. I just couldn't imagine being out there, being a child bride, being literally married. She literally was married at 11 and having kids at 11, on and on. And she was in the hospital, went to a hospital, not like she was in a back room in a shack having babies. She was in a hospital, and nobody asked any questions. Nobody called anybody. I guess this was in the 60s, early 60s, maybe. But I don't know. I believe it was in Florida, so it might have been even some racism thing. Well, these are just wild, black people. This is just what they do. This is not what they do. It's not what anybody does or should be doing. This is not normal behavior if you're out there in internet land watching. If this is happening to you, tell somebody at school, you know. A lot of the nice people, they'll listen to you. Somebody will listen and not judge you, especially nowadays. But other than that, I've been, shopping. I broke my no shopping, no buy, broke it again. But I got some nice things. I got a little bitty mini waffle maker. It's about that big, and it makes waffles. It was 99 cents. And I got some other things. Some clothes, of course. I don't need clothes. I got the big push to get rid of some things in my apartment. I'm going to. I got rid of some bric-a-brac in my apartment. I'm gonna get rid of some old magazines. They were, just on the floor, and I don't know what I've been saving them for. I've been tripping over them. Usually, I trip over stuff. I look at stuff. It starts to cloud my mind, and I get rid of it. But I haven't been lately getting rid of things as as I should. As I should. I got my stereo back, my Monster Rock and Roller back from the pawn shop, and with this coronavirus, I won't be doing any busking anytime soon. Unfortunately, I don't feel like being out in the public. I don't feel safe to be out and about doing that. But I will be doing my beading portraits. I will be doing beading portraits. I just have to get the Lasix bead loom started, which is harder than it looks, people. I got it wound. I got the threads on there. I just have to get the first level beads on there, and then I'll be going. But it's with these nails and such is getting it's getting to be quite a thing. And oh, McMillions. How did McMillions end? It ended with a whimper. People went to jail. One or two people went to jail. Big Jerry, no, Uncle Jerry went to jail. Big Jerry died. He died in a car accident. But he went to jail. He did 3 years. Turns out he got some seals he shouldn't have got. And he simply went to the bathroom and stole the tickets. Stole the tickets with $1 million. He, pried open the case. Got away from his chaperone because she wouldn't go into the bathroom with him. She was too shy to do that, and stole. It was just that easy. You thought it was the town crime affair? No. He just got away from his chaperone and pried open the suitcase, got the seal on it, and destroyed a town. Destroyed Dittler Publishing, no, printing, and destroyed Simon Marketing. All those people out of a job. Even McDonald's had to pay $25 million. They didn't have to, but they paid $25 million to random people, just to make up for what he stole. He stole $24 million, and he did 3 years. The single mother ended up not losing her house, but she still has a lien on her house. So, in other words, she can't sell it and get a profit off of it. She can't leave it to anybody when she dies. It's the government's house. So basically, she's paying a mortgage for the government. She's buying the government a house, basically. The feisty gangster wife, she did a year in prison, an extra year in prison from what she was doing. I think she lost custody of her son, or she had to share it with her ex dead husband's family. The cowboy, he appealed. The singing cowboy appealed, and he didn't have to do any time or pay any fine. The guy brought him into it, his foster dad, it turns out, the cowboy businessman. He ended up paying a fine. He didn't do anything. He did something, of course. He chased down that woman in the airport and everything over this ticket. But he ended up paying a fine. The boring drug dealer, he did some time in jail. He ended up doing a year. Everybody got little sentences because this was white collar crime, it was called. And really, they at least they didn't put any guns to anybody's heads over this. Big Jerry did, the gangster. He put guns to people's heads, I guess, just to do it. As a matter of his job, being a gangster in the Colombo crime family. But the the big guy, Uncle Jerry, got 3 years. He's probably still has some of the money. Who knows? He's kept his house, living in Atlanta, Georgia, quiet life, away from the hustle and the bustle. I don't know. He's an old man now, so who knows what he's planning or if he, you know, once again, he probably got some of the money still. But that's how it went. It went out on a whimper. It's very interesting. I watch it on the reruns because you know it'll be rerun over and over all month, all week, all year on HBO on demand and all of that. So that was that. It's raining right now. The cats are sleeping on the bed. They look so sweet on the bed. I don't want to move them off the bed and sleep myself. I might, since the internet is on, watch Hulu or Amazon Prime, see what was on that. I did watch Hunters on Amazon Prime. Hunters, oh man. They gave it the Django treatment. But some people were offended by it, and I can understand that. You know, it's a whole thing. But it was something else. Hunters. The twists and turns, the big twist was a good one because what does getting on the level with your enemy and getting revenge do to you? Does it make you your enemy? I don't know. I don't know. But I don't know. Something to be thought of. But if there's any more twists and turns, I don't know if it's going to be, if this was a one-off or it's going to be a season 2 or anything like that. I don't want any more twists and turns. That's what I'm saying. You know, what I got is what I got. No more twists and turns. That was what happened. Is what happened. But you know, if you remember the thrillers of the 70s, it's a lot like that. A lot like the thrillers of the 70s. If you have watched any, like the one, Taking a Pelham, whatever. Um, Dog Day Afternoon, which really wasn't a thriller, but it sort of felt like that. Not just because Al Pacino's in it, but it sort of felt like that. And then there were some other things that I can't think of, but it had a flavor of. And you know, the Angel Levine a little bit, maybe. I don't know, but it's an interesting thing, interesting quandary. But that's all I've been up to, kids. Just living my happy little life here in rainy Las Vegas for the moment, with 2 sleeping cats on the bed. It's a no makeup Thursday again. That's all I can say. So, wish me luck on the next video. Bye bye.